Welcome to another edition of Talking Sports with Chef D. Today my guests are the members of the Bridgeton High School Girls Tennis team. We have assistant coach, Miss Elizabeth O'Brien. Hello.
Morning.
Shakaya Singleton.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good, good. Miss Ruby Nava.
Hi.
And last but not least is Denise Juarez.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, good. Glad to have you all here on the show. We'll start with you, Miss O'Brien. You've been here in Bridgeton for a little while now. Can you start off just by telling us about yourself and how you got here to Bridgeton?
Wow. I moved here via quite a few moves, but as most people in the community know, I lived in Barbados, grew up in Barbados, and moved here after college and whatnot, and settled in here in New Jersey because of glass blowing. And then I found teaching. In Bridgeton. And I've been here in the district now for, this is my 15th year.
So you settled here because of glass blowing?
Yes, sir.
Really? Can you tell us about that a little bit?
This area is very rich in glass blowing because of the availability of sand and whatnot, as well as a lot of the studios here, Wheaton Village, and it's just a good spot to be able to blow glass.
Okay. Now, you're a relatively new tennis coach. Mr. Pope is the head coach. Can you tell us how you got involved in tennis and where that all came about?
I played tennis growing up in school, the equivalent of American high school. I played tennis in Barbados, and Mr. Blandino found out about that through Mr. Street, and they asked me if I would be interested in coaching, well, assistant coaching, and I said sure. Now,
you come all the way back, well, all the way here from Barbados. Barbados is sunny, hot, and warm. What brings you here, other than the glass blowing?
I started a family here.
Okay.
And now I teach here, and I'm putting some roots down here, trying to make a little bit of a difference. And I will stay here for a little bit, but I will go home eventually.
You go back every December, is it?
And summer.
And summertime. What's that like?
Nice.
Nice.
It's rest. That's where I sleep the best. I enjoy the water. During the winter, you really can't go in the water here in New Jersey.
Right.
And so I love going home to all the water sports and all that.
Now, what college did you attend? Did you attend over here, or did you attend in Barbados?
Only American college. I went to SUNY Farmingdale in New York. Then I went to FIU in Florida and the University of Miami. And then when I moved here to Jersey to blow glass, I went to what was called Glassboro. And when I graduated from Glassboro, it switched over while I was there, which was quite nice, to Rowan University.
Rowan University.
Yep.
My alma mater, too.
Yeah.
Now, did you play any college tennis at all?
No, no. All I did in college level was mostly art. And then here in Rowan, I did all my teaching requirements.
So you've mentioned the glass blowing 2 or 3 times already. Is that what your main focus is on art?
Definitely. That's one of my other true loves, I should say.
Okay.
I love it.
So you don't do any here at the school, right?
Not at Bridgeton High School.
Not at Bridgeton High School.
No. I do sometimes. In the past, I used to go over to Wheaton Village. I used to work for a husband and wife team in southern New Jersey. And I was with them probably for about 6, 7 years.
Okay.
And my plan was to move back to Barbados and have a studio, but my plans got changed.
Now, how hard is it? I mean, because I think of an artist as somebody who either paints or draws or whatever, and you teach art. How hard is it for you to take that, you know, the glass blowing and then transfer it into like the painting and drawing?
The way I would do that is through design, and of course your fundamentals of art, and then bringing the 3D aspect here to Bridgeton High School. I really like to get the kids excited about trying other mediums. I don't want them to think it's just drawing and painting. Art goes way beyond that. And giving them that 3D aspect. Here, obviously, we don't use glass. We do clay.
Okay.
We do clay.
It's probably a lot safer, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Now, the art department puts on a very nice art show every year. I'm always surprised and amazed at, you know, the stuff that I see when I walk out there and go through and look at the you know, different pictures and different, you know, projects that the students have done. Can you talk to us a little bit about that experience?
It always amazes me to see a massive collection from the artists. As a teacher, I see maybe 60 to 70 artists a year, but when we put like 200 of our artists on show and we have a big collection, it is always very impressive. A lot of our students have a raw talent, and then with the amazing art teachers that they get exposed to, with a little guidance, they can fine tune that raw talent and just make beautiful work.
Now, talk to us about like the broad, you know, scope of what we do here art-wise, because when I was here it was just, you know, drawing and things like that. Now we have all kind of computers and, you know, talk to us about that, please.
First of all, I'd love to mention that our art department is considered a model school for the state of New Jersey.
Really?
And I believe we get that status because we offer so many mediums. You know, our art department, like you said, probably years ago was very basic, but now we offer many mediums. Now we have dance. The music department is humongous, and also computer art.
Nice.
The student gets very exposed to numerous mediums.
Now, who's in charge of the art department here?
Mr. Tim Cubbage.
Mr. Cubbage is,
Yes.
okay. And he's the district
Yes, K through
supervisor.
12.
K through 12.
Yes, he has a lot of art teachers, and they're, well, not just art, the visual and performing arts department. He
Okay.
does everyone, K
Everyone.
through 12.
Now, you as a teacher, you're one of the most popular teachers in the building, I would say. A lot of kids flock to you, and you know, you impart a lot of knowledge on it. What is it that you feel you give the kids that, you know, keeps them coming?
You know, I just like to share, whether it be just sitting down and hearing somebody's problem or helping them solve something in the art room, or being there for somebody when they're participating in a sport and somebody else couldn't come to them. I just like to share, and I enjoy being involved with all of them.
She's a lovable person. Yeah.
Everybody loves her.
Thank you.
So you're one of the ones that flocks to her classroom.
Always. She's always there for me. She's there for everybody, actually.
I understand that you and I have been voted the last couple years as most likely to be seen around town.
Yes, sir.
How you like that honor?
I do. I like it a lot. I enjoy that I get involved here in the community. And then, you know, I have my daughter who's 12, and I get her involved, so I'm hoping she, what would I say, she gets that sort of spirit for community involvement. I'm
Right.
hoping to instill that in her.
Right. It means a lot. I mean, you've been here 15 years from Barbados, and you know, you're giving back to the community that you came to. You know, so it says a lot about who you are as a person, you know, to come here, you know, from another country and really thrive and give back to it. Let's talk about tennis a little bit, and we'll bring the three young ladies in on the conversation. Tell us about your season so far. Go ahead.
Well, first, our season began with original players from last season, but through the difficulty of
Seniors
Just-
graduating.
Seniors graduating.
yeah,
couple of major
injuries.
injuries, our season didn't turn out as good as last year.
As
Okay.
should
The coaches decided to go easy on us this season, but we took advantage of their kindness, and some people were dismissed from the team. And most of us, we're started in a lower position that we are now, and we had to go into the season knowing that we're not ready, but we have to try
Right.
to win. Yeah.
A lot of our ladies had to step up probably about 2 years too early, or a season, at least a season too early.
early for our
And they're
position.
handling it just well.
Right.
They sure are. They're doing a really good job.
So right now the team is pretty small and young.
Very.
Yeah, very, actually very.
You're a junior,
I'm a junior.
sophomore,
Sophomore.
sophomore. Okay.
All of the ladies playing for us right now learned to play tennis last season.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, do you really enjoy playing tennis?
Yes, I do enjoy it, even though sometimes I need to catch my breath a little bit, you know, but I really do enjoy it.
Is it hard exercise?
No, not really. Just sometimes I'm used to doubles a little bit, and then I kick back into my doubles position. But I have to remember that I'm third singles, and I have to step my game up.
Okay. Now, your record kind of reflects that you guys are, you know, pretty young, and I always bring teams on, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, don't bring up the record." They don't want to hear about it. But I think it's kind of important that you talk about the record, and you also talk about you know, the youth and inexperience that you guys have, because if you just open up the newspaper, you'll see the record and you say, oh, well, those girls aren't doing anything. But I think it's important that we talk about, you know, how the girls are stepping up and how there were some discipline, you know, issues and injury issues that kind of led to where you guys are at right now. I opened up the paper last night and saw that you guys had a big match with Pleasantville. And is that a team that you guys usually beat?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is like that day. I guess like I don't know what happened. Like it just wasn't our day. I guess because like we could have done better. We really could have
beat them.
Yes, we could have.
Yeah, that was my first singles win though.
Yeah, your first
it was our
single. Congratulations! Congratulations.
They actually had to turn the football field lights on
Just so we
that
could
we
see.
could finish the match.
Really?
Yes.
Tennis games last for hours for the
Yes.
girls. Hours.
So it was down at Pleasantville.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
For like on the fences and stuff, they say tennis usually lasts 1 hour, but it usually does last more.
A lot more.
A lot more.
Especially if you go into 3 sets,
Wow.
which is usually what I always get into.
See, I don't watch tennis too much on TV. I'll flip through and, you know, kind of watch a couple going back and forth. But to really sit there and watch a whole match, I can't do it because it does seem to take forever. Like, as soon as you think it's over, it's like, no, we got another, you know, game or set or whatever it is. So I keep moving. I can't stay on the channel that long.
We should have you come out and try playing with us.
I can't play tennis.
Just to get you interested.
My mother tried when I was a little boy, and I can't do it. And she still plays.
Okay.
She's 60 years old, and she still
Yeah.
plays.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I'll probably be like her, 60 years old and stuff playing. I love tennis. It's like my passion.
Now, what I find, though, is that culturally, tennis isn't something that Latinos and blacks, you know, really flock to.
Yes.
Who got you involved?
Me, my sister played when she was a senior,
Okay.
so that just started me into the game.
Okay. What about you?
Well, me, I remember the day Coach Pope had
Mhm.
walked into the door asking, like, giving out papers for permission slips for tennis, and I was like, oh, well, I'll join.
I'll try.
Why not? Yeah, I'll try.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Well, it started with my sister playing tennis during high school, and then I was like, oh, I might do it. And then, like, when Coach Pope walked into the classroom saying, you guys should try out for tennis, I wasn't that good, trust me. But I knew a little bit about it. But then I said, oh, I'll give it a try. And ever since then, I like it.
Now, how do we get more girls, you know, involved in it?
Just by telling them. It's not a hard sport. If you're determined and dedicated,
Yeah.
you can do good in it.
You just really gotta be dedicated.
You gotta be
just-
patient.
Yeah, you
Yes,
have to have
that's it.
patience.
And a lot of practice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of almost just like anything in life, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I
you
think
get
with the ladies that are showing so much excitement now
Mm-hmm.
and getting other cultures involved, I think the program is going to spread out
Right.
through the community. I really do. And once we get our line in order for a few years,
Mm-hmm.
I think when people start seeing good end results as well as good, solid athletes coming out of the program, I think it will make a huge difference in getting more ladies involved and boys for the boys team also.
Now, I've talked to Coach Pope, and I know he's passionate, you know, about the sport and
Yes.
about what he does, and you're very passionate about it. Can you ladies talk to us about your two coaches and how they affect you, you know, every day? I know you said that, you know, they kind of took it easy on you and some people took advantage of it, but it seems like you guys, you know, are on the right path and sticking with it and being strong. Talk to us about your coaches, please.
Well, Coach Pope, he's like a really, really friendly guy.
Mhm.
He gets along, he talks to us, he talks strategy, but other than that, he can be like a friend to you when he
Okay.
needs to.
Mhm.
So we have a good bond with him. That's why, like, Miss O'Brien told me you have to want to play for your coach in order to play the sport.
Mhm.
And we all get along with them, so that's why we have such a good bond. And with Coach O'Brien, she's like the mother of the team. When
Yes.
Coach Pope comes to us at the gate, he talks strategy, but Miss O'Brien, she talks to us like,
The feelings.
come on, love,
Mhm.
da da da, like that. That's
With
what
love,
she says.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how she talks. So she's like, I look to her as the mother of the team, and we're
Okay.
like all her little children.
So Miss O'Brien never screams and yells at you?
She never screams. She might get angry.
She'll get
Yeah,
angry. She'll
get
tell us she's angry. She
Okay.
will. She would.
Okay.
And we just try to, like,
Try to make her happy.
yes again. 'Cause
I was hoping you would tell me what really happens, even though she's on the set.
They're being very honest.
no, we are. Yeah.
They're being
She's-
honest.
They're the best. They're like coaches that anybody would want.
Sometimes I think Coach is way nicer than some of the other coaches because like he actually gives us a break and stuff. When like when he really should be pushing us, like he pushes us a lot though, but like he slacks on us, like letting us slide a lot.
Well, I don't think he slacks on you. I think he looks at where you're at, you know, physically, and says, "I need to give him a break." You know, it's not slacking. He wouldn't be preparing if he was slacking.
And there's so much information and strategy that he gives them at times. Sometimes they have to walk away. Tennis is a very sort of head game. You have to have it in your mind to take as much as your coach can give you and find a way to process it all, the emotional side, the physical side, the being on the court side. And so when we give them oodles and oodles of information, we sometimes have to back down and let them process that all out. Whether it be at home later on or actually on the court. They need to process it out themselves.
And see, I think that's why I couldn't play tennis, because it's a thinking and moving game, and I play football, and it's just
just go for it.
Right, just go for it. There's plays involved in it, but with tennis, you have to be one step ahead of your competitor. Exactly.
And even though we play 12 strong, you're still one out on that court.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you have to carry your 12 sometimes all by yourself, or carry the 12 all at the same time. It's very interesting.
Where would you like to see the program go in the future?
I would like to see us winning some major awards in the league. I would like to see a good, solid tennis program where we know we're going to get girls every year instead of hoping to get girls every year, and males for the boys side of it also.
Right.
And I want more respect from the community and more involvement from the community also.
Well, that's kind of why somebody asked me why we do this show, and we bring, you know, the sports teams on so that way we can, you know, garner some respect and, you know, notoriety, you know, in the community. You'd be surprised at how many people watch the show and say, hey, I saw the girls from the tennis team on it, and, you know, they'll look in the newspaper and see how you're doing and try to follow you. So don't think that people aren't watching, you know, what you're doing. It's really good. Talk to us about your tennis idols. Who do you watch?
Me, I don't really have any idols. I just go on there, look at my coach, look at the former guys that used to play. When they come out to play with the coach, I just look at them and like they just inspire me to learn different techniques, like how to slice, how to hit topspin, and from there I just learn from them.
So do you watch it on TV like Venus and Serena?
No, I be trying to like I be thinking about watching it, but then it gets out of my head and I'm just doing me. Like I just think me. I don't know why. It just like when I hit the ball, I don't hit it normal. I really don't.
I think right now they're still soaking up so much.
Right.
I think eventually they're going to want to watch the pros and see what they do. And I think that will come with time.
Okay.
Watching
Yeah,
it on
like
TV.
I always watch Coach Pope and the former athletes for tennis.
So Coach Pope gets out and plays with you guys?
Yes,
He's very good.
Yes, he plays with us all the time.
Not playing football, sorry.
Well, sometimes I watch TV. Sometimes I watch tennis on TV, but it depends. Like, if I'm feeling like watching it, because like they hit just so fast. Like, I'm like, wow, is that really out or in and stuff? Like, you wouldn't even know. And I was like, wow, they're really good. But I don't really have no idols either.
Okay.
Besides listening to my coach, that's about it.
Well, I think from a coaching point of view, you got a good group of girls here to work with because they're young and they're raw, and you know you can kind of shape and mold them into, you know, very talented, you know, tennis players and young ladies as well. Talk to us about the classroom. I know the three of you guys are good students and you get good grades and you're here every day, you know, attendance-wise, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, right.
What are our plans for the future as far as college? I know you're young, but you have to start thinking about that.
Yeah, I want to go to college to either become a veterinarian or a doctor. I'm still working out which one to go for.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I want to go to 2 years of community college, and I want to be a translator. And like, I want to be a moving translator. I want to learn Spanish and English. So I might want to move to Jalisco, Mexico, when I'm about 20, 21.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my dreams so far. But I don't take Spanish yet. I'm gonna take it my 11th and 12th grade year.
Okay.
Because I keep applying for it, but no one's giving it to me, so I keep applying for it.
Well, just keep applying. Eventually they'll give it to you. And what about you?
And me, I plan to go to college, of course, and entering the medical field, but I'm not sure which.
What part of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All good dreams, all good aspirations. And if you guys keep listening to your coaches and doing the things that they teach you, I think you'll get there. What do we do outside of school for fun?
Play tennis.
Yeah,
Play
we
tennis?
do. We do.
Yeah.
Really?
Gotta be playing
Like for
tennis.
college, I want to play tennis. I want to
Okay.
go tennis all the way. Well, try to.
Well, I hang out with them sometimes, yeah.
So when you hang out with them, they're not playing tennis? Because they
Well,
said they play tennis.
Yeah, well, sometimes we play tennis. Well,
Sometimes.
I don't
Yeah,
always
sometimes.
play. It's just I leave my racket in her car, as she says.
Oh.
So I don't usually bring my racket home a lot.
Can you tell us about this nickname you had?
Kaya?
No.
What?
Wild Banana?
Well, Wild Banana comes from me and her. Like, I'm baby King Kong and she's Mama King Kong. So like, I just say MKK or KK, King Kong.
Okay.
And so like, we just always go crazy. And like, I guess we knew each other for that long. Like, I think I was in like 2nd, 3rd grade when I met Miss O'Brien.
Really?
So like, that's why she knows me from experience. But like, I don't see why she calls me Wild Banana because she's wilder than me. So, you know.
She's the young lady that gets everybody pumped up
Yeah.
and excited
Yeah.
about things. And if they're feeling down on themselves a little bit on the court or maybe even off the court, she's always patting somebody on the back, giving them a hug if needed, getting them encouraged.
And she always makes the bus rides fun.
Yes.
Always.
I don't like to see people cry because then it makes me cry. I'm just that emotional. So, you know, when Ruby's out there getting mad, I get mad right along with her. I'm like, is she serious or something? Or like when Denise is out there getting something wrong with her or something, I'll get mad too. It's just that I
We're
have
like
that
a big
team
family
spirit.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
good.
a big family.
How many
feel
girls
what
on the
everybody
team?
else feels. Like 12.
12,
12?
yes.
Real good, close knit.
And 2 coaches.
And 2 coaches.
2 coaches that we love.
Yeah, that was
Nice, cozy bus rides.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
We just-
go ahead,
oh.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, we usually have a fun bus ride there. Oh, well, always. We either sleep and I try to wake the girls up, you know, to mess with them.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, I usually wake her up. She's always trying to go to sleep or listen to music.
You got to do something to get ready, right?
Yeah.
It was great having you guys on.
Thank you.
I wish you luck the rest of your season.
Thanks.
Probably
Thank
got,
you.
what, maybe a couple weeks left?
We have 3 matches left.
3
Today,
matches left.
Friday, and Monday.
Okay.
Yes.
We've had 11 reschedules.
Yes.
11 because of the weather?
Yeah.
Wow.
And because a couple of the teams made All-Stars and
Oh, okay.
Cape Atlantic stuff.
Okay. Well, we look forward to bringing you on in the future. You guys are young. You'll be back.
Yes.
And we'll get the record turned around and
Yes.
keep
Yes.
working
Yes,
hard.
we will.
Yes, we
we
will.
will.
Good.
Not hopefully, we will.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us for this latest edition of Talking Sports with Chef D. We hope to see you again. Good night.